Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 101 of Punching Up, Last Stand Media's weekly Nintendo podcast. I'm your host, Brad Ellison. Joining me, I have my lovely co-host, Micah Moriarty. Micah, hello. How are you on this fine day?
Buongiorno. I should have planned something 101 Dalmatians themed, but my brain isn't advanced enough to have thought of that until right now. So, I don't know. Dog, Cruella de Vil, if we just say it. I'm doing well today. It's leg day.
Is leg day your favorite?
No, I hate it. Legs
Okay.
week. It's the worst day of every week. I always make sure to have like a breakfast I'm looking forward to after. I'm very food motivated, which is what my vet wrote about my dog in their chart. And I'm like, yeah, that applies to me.
What kind of dog isn't food motivated?
So honestly,
like every
Treble.
dog.
Well, Treble to a degree, like it doesn't give a fuck what you're offering. If she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't want to do it. Like Rush is food motivated. You can get him to do almost anything if you're holding a small bacon treat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Treble will be like, I don't really want to. Treat or no treat, I don't care. And it's like, whoa, what kind of dog is that, right?
Yeah.
So she's kind of just a bitch. We
Yeah,
love
what
her.
a freak.
But she's like, I ain't sitting down. I ain't laying down. I don't care. She's like, you hand me all the treats you want. I don't want to do it.
Fierce,
So.
Independent dog. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, but I find myself much more willing to do leg day if I'm like, you have a breakfast you're looking forward to or a lunch you're looking forward to afterwards.
Yeah. I can't work out if I don't have something to eat. I need a little something, or I just like gas out real quick. I wish I could be nice and convenient, but alas.
Yeah. I definitely notice a difference. Like, so for example, I'm trying to get up slightly earlier because I do realize that if I haven't eaten since yesterday at 10 p.m. and now it's noon the next day, I'm not doing quite as well during my workout, right?
Right.
But the thing is, I like to do the workout when I wake up because I don't keep just pushing it further and further out the day.
Mhm.
And even if I end up doing it later, I'll be like, well, now I got to make dinner. So instead of having a 45-minute window, I really only have like 25 minutes, right? So I really do try to just wake up and work out. But it's also slowly motivating me to get up earlier so that fast isn't as long, or at least to get up early enough to say I can have a banana and then like 30 minutes later hit it. But yeah, like today was a busy day because I like woke up, workout, had to go to the post office, had to go to the grocery store, then we do the show. So today was like, I gotta get it all done.
Yeah, gotta get it done. Gotta fit it in there. So Micah, for like since August, I was mostly working out 6 days a week. But now I'm going to try bulking a little bit because I did lose a bunch of weight. But now I'm going to go 5 days a week. I'm going to switch up the routine. I was doing push-pull legs since then, but now I'm going to do push-pull 3 days, then upper body, then lower body, then reset. Just got to switch it up, see how my body reacts to it now. Because I've been doing the same thing for a while.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of bored of it. So
no, for sure. Like, I don't. So starting with Monday, I do upper body, lower body, free space. Then I do upper body, lower body. Both weekend days are free space. And free space is my fun day. It could be using the exercise bike. It could be doing Pilates or like bar or like yoga, whatever. But it's like, those are the days I really look forward to because it's just like whatever I want to do that day. And then I can stay disciplined enough to stick with the upper body, lower body weight routine during the week because I'm looking forward to my free space days. But otherwise, I just get way too bored if I'm doing the same exact thing like every single week. Because even with that, it's like I do the Caroline Gervin's videos on YouTube. And so it's like for upper body, she has them split. So you can do like shoulders, chest, triceps one day. And then like the next day it'd be like back and biceps. So I do that, you know, but still it's like having the free space days is the best. Because it's like whatever I want to do, whether it's yoga, an outdoor walk, whatever it is, the goal is just to exercise each day for at least 20 minutes. And so having that kind of freedom helps a lot.
Yeah. Got to get your cardio and got to walk. I walk like at least 30 minutes a day. You just go stroll around the neighborhoods.
Excellent.
Got to do it, man. It helps a lot. Do it, listeners. Get your ass out there. Start walking.
Unless it's still icy where you are, please be careful.
Yeah, please be careful. Don't get hurt.
The local news had released something. There had been like literally like 1,000, like, I'm sorry to laugh, but there had been like 1,000 like urgent care visits due to like people falling on the ice.
Oh, man.
And it was just like, come on, people. Like, just, we can't
dude.
do this. You can't be going for your neighborhood walks. Like, you can't do this. Like, it's a fucking ice rink out there. There were literally people ice skating in the streets. Today was the first day I left the house since the storm.
Wow.
Today's the first day we got mail since January 24th. Like the day was the first day we actually got mail.
That's crazy. We
had no garbage pickup, you know, so like today's the first day I took the garbages. It was just like, oh my God, people, please, like if you can stay in, stay in. This is not the day to be out walking your dogs and all that mess. It's terrible out there.
Yeah, it's brutal out there. Stay safe. But stay active.
Stay active.
I'm watching you guys. Get your ass out there. I don't want any excuses, all right?
Well, I'm staying in here, but active. I'm in the house.
Whatever. Stay active as much as you can, all right? But all of you, like me, living in Southern California, somewhere nice where the weather is not trying to murder you right now, get out there. Get your steps in. Go lift some weights. Eat something nice. By nice, I mean healthy.
No. What I've been doing is I discovered... I love boiled eggs, right? But I was kind of getting bored with it. And I discovered you can mash the boiled eggs and then gently warm them up. And it's kind of like a poor man's scrambled egg. And no, scrambled eggs don't take very long to make, but it's just super nice to have these already cooked in the fridge. All I do is mash them up with a fork. You put a damp paper towel over it and nuke it for like 30 seconds. And they come out like fluffy, like scrambled eggs. Today I made a little breakfast burrito with it. You know, it's just nice to have it all meal prep. So I got like 3 days worth of breakfast in there. It's great. Okay.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Micah.
Yes.
Something arrived in the mail yesterday, and I want to show it off to you.
What do we get?
It is the Old Spice Mario. Well,
I forgot to ask about
Bowser
this.
Jr. Mario Galaxy. I did order the Mario and Peach one, but it got delayed till like next month, and I said, fuck that.
Oh, man.
So I just grabbed this one, and I did use it today, and it smells all right.
What is the official scent?
The scent, let's see. Well, first of all, the scent intensity, I don't know if you can see, Mike, the listeners might be able to see. It's like a little less than halfway. So it's not like crazy powerful, which is good, you know? You don't want to be like walking cologne aisle or anything like that.
Yeah, we don't want too much power under those pits.
Yeah, too much power. All right. Scent of amped amber. It's called Space Mischief. It's like, okay. Space Mischief, okay. So there you go. It is aluminum free as well.
Oh, okay.
And it was girlfriend approved, the scent. So
well, all right. That's what counts.
All you gamers out there, if you want to smell good for the ladies, first of all, please wear deodorant. Please
do.
Please do.
Ladies or not, please put on some deodorant.
Yeah. You may think like, oh, well, yeah, it's got the pheromones and the musk. Ladies love that. There's a limit, right?
There's a limit for sure. And like I had a beloved old coworker who used to do the Salt Rock deodorant.
Oh, those never fucking work.
And it's just like, bro, I love you, but like you fucking stink.
You fucking stink, dude. Yeah.
like, dude, like you're a real good pal. You're a great person. I'm gonna be super vague because I don't want anyone to know. But like, brother, you stink.
Yeah. Dude, when I was in beauty school, there was this kid, and he would always smell bad, and I would just call him Pigpen all the time. And it's just like, hope trying to bully you to make you change your ways a little bit.
And smelled. He was in it with you? Like, he's in beauty school. What?
Yeah.
I mean, you're in close proximity to your clients. If, for example, like if you're washing hair, I got my head in the fucking thing. I hate it. By the way, the worst part of the haircut, I hate the fucking.
You hate getting your hair washed?
Hate it. Oh, your neck hurts the whole time. Like, are you comfortable? It's like, just hurry up. Anyways, you got arms outstretched over them. You can't stink. You're standing right behind me. You can't do this to people. Like, you're standing close.
Unless you're in, you know what? No matter what profession you're doing, you gotta smell bad or good. You gotta smell good. No matter what you're doing, you can fucking get a stick of deodorant. You can make it work.
I'd say if you were a sanitation worker, you would be permissible because people would be like, you could just be like, garbage really stinks today, huh?
You're doing a job that has an odor that just overpowers everything already on its own. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Candle factory.
You can, You work at Bath and Body Works or some shit like that. Or
you can't smell nothing when you walk in there. It's so strong. No one would ever know.
It's like an assault on your senses. Yeah, it's
you
pretty
could be
insane.
like, I think it's that new candle. It fucking stinks, right? Like, it's definitely not me. I think it's that new balsam candle. And they're like, oh, you're right.
Yeah. So I better not hear about any of you guys stinking in the audience. I won't put up with that.
I will say, having been to some smelly conventions, that when we've done our live shows, I've not encountered a stinky person. And I've given, handshakes and side hugs to people. I have not encountered a stinky person at our live shows. So keep it up, audience.
Keep it up.
You guys are doing good compared to PAX
don't
East.
Slip up.
Oh God, right? PAX East was rough.
Or we'll make fun of you on the show. So don't do that unless you want to get made fun of. Hey, also, if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. You can get early ad-free access to all of our shows and stuff like Sacred Symbols Plus. So please check us out over there. We could not survive without you guys. Also, if you want some merch, go to laststandmedia.store. Micah will send you merch from their house. So there you go. Put Micah to work. Make her earn that paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah, and thanks for everyone's patience over the past week when I wasn't able to leave the house. And part of that, too, was when we weren't getting any mail, I was like, even if I leave, the mail's not moving. So do I want to drop these off and have your tracking numbers just not update for a week?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on packages from before the storm, okay? And I'm getting a little nervous that this stuff's just never going to arrive and I'm going to have to file claims on it. So it's like, I didn't want to drop off all your stuff, even if I could leave, because the mail has not been moving. Today, it finally is budging. So I hope all your packages get to you swiftly, and thank you for your patience.
Yeah, absolutely. Micah, can you hear this? My chair squeaking?
I can't hear it, no.
Okay, good. It's getting squeaky, dude. I'm getting alarmed. I'm like, am I going to have to get a new chair, man? I don't want to have to get a new chair. But it's going to happen.
We need a new chair. I've had this old gal since 2021, I believe.
Wow, 5 years. Holy shit, so old.
Well, this is actually this was my chair when I was still working. I was working remotely at my old job when I first moved here. I moved here in May of 21, and I still had my old job, and I was just working remote until June. And so this was my chair, just I was sitting in here taking phone calls for the IT office before I did anything for Last Stand. She's been a good chair so far, been a good little chair. I'll be sad if someone happens to it.
Yeah. You take care of that little chair. Take care, chair.
And do you have plans, though, for an upgrade? Is there a chair you'd want?
I don't know. If I get a chair, I'm going to get a nice one just because we work at our desk all the time. I mean, the chair I have is really nice. It's from my mom's old office. So it's a pretty good chair. It's just used, and I don't know if it's just getting squeaky. It's comfortable, though. But I don't know. I don't want to be squeaking around everywhere I go like that fucking guy from Toy Story, the little penguin. What do they call them? Squeakers. He talks.
I remember the character, yeah.
Yeah. He loses a squeaker or some shit. Weird. Parker Luckenbach wrote in and said, hello, Poppy Bros and Senior and Junior? Question for Micah. What's the status of the stinky dumpster air circulation in BJ's? I was driving through the loading dock area of a Costco and I thought of the month-long saga that went on throughout Stelly. Thanks for the show. Have a refreshing day that doesn't smell like the inside of Olimar's suit.
Oh. Well, I mean, first off, weird coincidence that you mentioned like driving through a loading dock area, because unfortunately, locally a pedestrian was killed yesterday behind an Aldi. He was walking behind an Aldi or something, and somebody like hit and run, and I gotta find the guy. So please be careful driving around grocery stores. But anyways, the smell was fixed. So I emailed them. And I heard back, and they were like, "Yeah, well, we'll look into it." I didn't really think they would, and they kind of didn't. So then I wrote a very bad review on Google, and then suddenly the smell was gone. So the magic is to give a business a 2-star review saying everything's fine except it smells really bad in here.
Yeah, that's an alarming review. Like when your place stinks.
Terrible. I mean, it really did just smell like hot garbage. And, because at first it was intermittent. At first it was like every third time I went, it kind of smelled in there. But I said, well, it's summer. It's hot as hell. I don't know. And then it happened, though, that was every single time I went, it fucking smelled in there. And the smell was only in the entrance. That was part of it. At first, the smell was only in the entrance. And I'm like, well, you got, I don't know, the air coming from the outside. And once you entered the store, it was okay. And then the smell just kept creeping further and further into the store. And eventually it's like you'd be all the way back at the bakery and it fucking smelled in there. And I said, this is too much.
That's unacceptable.
This is too much. I was getting to the point of wanting to cancel my membership because I was trying to shop as quickly as possible because it smelled so bad in there.
That is horrible behavior. It's like... It was
terrible.
You got to put up with a week they're aware of it or something like that. They're working on it. Fine. But if they just have it and they just don't give a shit, it's like, what are we doing here, man?
I couldn't believe people worked in there like that. There's no way I could have done an 8-hour shift in that funk factory. Like, it was really bad. And I'm not someone who is like super squeamish about smells type deal. And I'm like, that's fucking terrible. And I would quit. And so I wrote that review on Google. And then the next time I went, it didn't smell in there, and it hasn't smelled since. Good. So somebody was being lazy about the trash compactor or something. And it was like, it's circulating through the vents, but it's all better now.
Yeah.
And I it's like, happily.
I don't ever want to complain, about stuff like that, but it's like, sometimes you got to, because people are just fucking lazy.
Well, that was the thing.
We're not asking a lot. I just don't want your place to smell like shit.
At first, I was hesitant to say anything, partly because Colin was like, you got to tell a manager or something. I was like, but they know. I was like, baby, they know. They're in here with the stink. They know it stinks in here. So it's either a problem that can't be fixed or they're just not going to. So I was like, I was hesitant to like talk to like a manager in store because I was like, well, it's not like they don't know. They come in here every day. The place stinks. So that's why it's like, first I emailed, and then when that seemed to be unsatisfactory, then I was like, all right, we're going to publicly say this place stinks. And then my review got a bunch of likes, and I think that helped because my review got a ton of likes, and then they fixed it.
Good. Well, fuck them, dude. Fix your shit, dude.
Because I really didn't want to switch to Sam's or Costco because they're further away.
Yeah.
But I was getting to that point where I was like, I'm going to have to make a move here. But I really like shopping at BJ's. It's a fantastic store. The bagels are excellent. The meat is good. It just smelled really bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they fixed it. No one wants to be labeled a stinky, or they shouldn't want to. Have some self-respect. We're really going in on people today for sense.
Well, I'm just remembering too, it did birth some of the funniest moments on Constellation, because at one point I was on with like Dagan and Hogue, I think, that episode, and Dagan said something like, well, I haven't smelled, Micah's smelly BJs. Like, it was like something like that. There were just some horrible phrases where he kept saying smelly BJs.
Yeah. Relax.
And like that was an all-timer.
Yeah,
and he was
gangster.
like dead ass serious too. He wasn't saying it to be funny. It was great. It was great. The whole saga.
He's just a dad. Yeah, thanks BJs. Appreciate the content, BJs. I'm gonna read this real quick, Micah. Then I'm gonna grab my allergy pill because I'm getting fucked up right now.
All right.
Let's see. This is from, it'll only take me like a few seconds though. This is from Spicy Cowboy. Hey, punchers, or howdy punchers, as a cowboy would say, yes. Just want to give a big shout out to Micah. After seeing Is This Seat Taken on her GOTY list, I took a look and bought it. It was a great experience to play on my flight to Senegal from the UK for a family holiday. All the best. Keep on keeping on. Look at that. People love Is This Seat Taken.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad people have liked it. And we were discussing it in the Discord, actually, because someone had said, do you have any more recommendations? And I didn't at the time. However, if you Google, like just do a search for like cozy puzzle games, there will come up with threads of people like looking for similar things, like Is This Seat Taken? And there's a couple that come up that are really popular. I think one of them was called like Einstein's Cats, and there's a few more. But if you do a search for, you know, cozy puzzle games or games like Is This Seat Taken, there are plenty of forums where people have made lists of games that they thought had a similar vibe. There's nothing exactly like it, though. And that's why I really hope they make a sequel or some DLC, because I'm dying for more of that. I usually hate puzzles, but I really loved that game so much.
Yeah. Get out of your comfort zone, though. I like it. I like when Micah branches out a little bit.
Well, the characters were so cute that I simply had to try it. Like, they were just so adorable. Because I was like, I don't really like puzzle games, but look at them. Yeah. Look at them. They're precious. So yeah, I had to do it.
Art direction goes a long way. They were very cute characters, definitely.
They were, and I was like, I want to help them out. Let me help out the little shape bunnies.
Let them sit in the movie theater.
And then it had a great story, a story that made me cry. Would you look at that game and say that's a game that's going to make you cry? Like, I'm telling you, it really took me by surprise, and I'm glad more people are trying it.
Yeah, that's good. It was a cool little game. I never finished it, but I did like it. Need a little more. Never mind. I'm not going to get into it right now. I'm not going to bring you down.
The shapes need your help.
I like the shapes. They're cool.
Help them.
How many times I got to go to the fucking movie theater with them, though? Or the bus?
Well, to be fair, I don't know how many other scenarios. Like, we're going to the dentist. We're going to the doctor's office. You know, it's like, how many scenarios with a waiting room can we think of? Where we also have to factor, because like the movie theater is unique because you got the phone and you got to play around with that, and the guy who has wearing a hat and the guy who's too tall, like you got to play around with all that. The bus, you're right that they could have maybe thrown in more locations, but also I just don't know where else they could have gone. They did a sports game. The sports game ones were fun. They had the dirty seat mechanic of like the person who was there, if they ate popcorn previously, the popcorn would stay for the next round, and then you had to factor that in. If some people would be like, I am not sitting in a dirty seat, you had to be really strategic with that. Oh, I loved it.
Listen, Mike, I got one right off the bat. Since they have the stank mechanic in it, anime convention is like the perfect place to do one.
They could have. Yeah, you're sitting at a panel at an anime convention.
You want to go look at some fucking, you want to go to the hentai section or something like that. You want to meet your, like a content creator or some shit like that. Perfect. Take that idea. Make it happen. DLC. Going to the Anime Expo.
Yeah, you're walking down Artist Alley.
That's right. Artist Alley. Yeah. You have so much money. Yeah, this character's into, or this person's into cat girls, and this one's into mechs. So you got to find the right spot for them. See? Easy, Micah. We got it right there.
All right,
easy.
We just make our own spin-off, a la PSN, having like 20 of the same fucking game, but just skinned different. We'll just do our own.
We'll call it Bro, You Stink. And that's our game.
All right. We gotta get Barry
stank
from Lily Mo on the horn.
Yeah.
We'll pitch him this.
What do you think? Bro, You Stink or Bro, You Stank?
Oh, I'm thinking stank.
Okay, stank? Yeah,
like, okay. Barry, drop everything. Drop everything you're working on. Barrel.
Time to start prototyping this game.
We have an idea for
now.
You. You're going to love it.
Bring out the olives, wrote in and said, hey, Brad, what are your favorite Nile albums? I've only listened to I don't know how you say this, Nilotic Rights, and I'm wondering where I should go next. Thanks. All right, Micah. Nile, just for context, is like I don't even know what you'd classify it nowadays, but back in my day, We used to just call it death metal, but it's like all Egyptian themed.
Oh,
it's very heavy. Now, I haven't listened to a ton of New Nile, but back in like the earlier 2000s, I was on it. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the albums I remember listening to. Black Seeds of Vengeance from 2000. That was a classic. And In their Darkened Shrines, I remember a lot. And Annihilation of the Wicked are like the three I remember the most. So all three of those are pretty fucking sick. Heavy ass band. Good shit. P.S. Besides BT Bam and Chon, what are other metal bands you're a big fan of? This is an interesting one because metal, I don't know a lot of like modern metal. I just haven't kept up with it a lot. There's so many bands. The only modern band I kind of kept up with a little bit is Sleep Token, which is a very big band. Their recent album, I think, is pretty good. I don't know a lot of their other older stuff, but it's an interesting band. It's like a metal band. It's like a metal band technically, but they have like a lot of like pop elements to it, I would say. It feels like a band that's good for people who aren't into metal yet to get into metal with. So that's a pretty good one. But like when I was younger, it was like more hardcore bands and metalcore bands that I was into. So I don't really know a lot of the new stuff. But for older bands, dude, 18 Visions, Zao, stuff like that, all really good. All right, Micah, give me your top 5 metal bands right now.
I don't really have a list. When I do like some metal, but it's more like I like random songs.
Sure.
And it's like, I'll like one, like I remember, I love the song Needled 24/7.
Oh, Children of Bodom, dude. Yeah.
I fucking love that song.
Dude, I listen to Children of Bodom at the gym all the time.
But it's like, but I'm not going to tell you I'm a Children of Bodom fan. I know like one song, right?
Yeah.
Or like, there's a random song by Il Nino I like. But it's a genre I like, but that I don't listen to much. And it's in the I like it category, not the really I seek it out category.
Yeah.
So I'll listen to it, but it's never really been my favorite. And then too, it's like the categorization of music.
Oh yeah, there's so many metal bands. Yeah.
Where do these guys fall? You know, it's like, I don't know. There are bands like Dance Gavin Dance has some songs that are like metal-ish, but they don't really qualify. You know, but Lemon Meringue Tie is my favorite Dance Gavin Dance song. Go listen to that one. The drums are insane.
Yeah. One band I liked a lot when I was younger too was Converge. We used to classify them as grindcore. I don't know what they are now, but
this is one thing I hate about music. It's like actually that's Beetle Bob Doodle Bang.
It's like I don't know what it is technically anymore because a lot of these genres didn't even exist when I was younger. But that album, Jane Doe, listeners, fucking is really good. All right, Micah, let's talk about some Nintendo news actually right now. Tomodachi Life Direct happened last week. I think it was Thursday it happened. Yes. So after we recorded last week. But now I watched it yesterday. Did you check this out?
Oh, yes. I was quite excited.
Okay. I'm going to go through a bunch of the details here. Then we'll just give our thoughts and everything. But I have some notes for it. First of all, it launches on Switch April 16th. There is no Switch 2 version of this game, by the way. Just Switch 1. My guess is they're going to do a Switch 2 version in a year and add new content and charge you $20. The Nintendo staple. Anyways, the game is all about creating your own, like, think Animal Crossing villagers, but you use Miis this time. I have some notes I wrote here for it. Create Miis using a guided get help option or fully from scratch. Customize facial features, hairstyles, body types, height, gender, voice, and detailed personality traits like energy and quirkiness. New parts and face paint options allow for more imaginative designs than before. So now, you can have help making your own little Miis, or you can do them by scratch. I'm going to, if I play this, make everybody I know, all of LSM, and all that kind of shit, and give them some weird quirks. I don't know what kind of quirks to do. I am looking forward to making everyone as Miis, though. That's going to be real fun.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't wait for it's going to be like Maddie and Brad start dating in the game. It's going to be fun.
I won't allow that.
I'm setting it up in my world.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing
You can make your own fan fiction that way.
Chris and Jaffe are going to date.
Yeah. I'm going to make someone smelly in it if I can. I don't know who will be the smelliest person though. Maybe just Colin because he takes so much pride in like soap.
Is it the opposite?
Yeah, that would be pretty. He's like the village smelly guy. That would be pretty funny. So maybe I'll do that.
Personality trait stinks.
Stinky. Relationship and island life stuff. Get Mies. Wait, so I'm sorry. Help Mies get settled by bringing them together to talk, bond over interests, and form friendships naturally. Once they know each other, they interact on their own. Up to 8 Mies can live together as roommates with shared living spaces, leading to unique reactions, relationships, and unexpected drama. Michael, who are you putting in a house together?
Oh, no, dude, your idea, like LSM, like content creator bro house, because it's reminding me of, was it T. Martin back in the day who like they got in trouble for having a streamer house because the city was like, this is technically a business.
Yeah,
and
probably.
there was a whole thing where like they got in trouble for essentially running a YouTube channel out of a house, which was absurd.
Yeah.
But and they got busted for that. But it's like the idea of doing streamer house.
Really funny.
Fantastic.
Well, it's like if I make a town and I just put us all in one house, but all the other buildings are empty. It's like, what are we doing here? So I got like, I'll have you and Colin live together for sure if I do it.
But you just got to make more and more Mies, all right? You know, it's like throw in the Furmans. You know, Dustin's parents, like they're fucking fun. We hang with them at the live shows. Throw them in.
Yeah.
Throw them into the mix.
And I'll just say, dude, this game's gonna be fucked up when people get their hands on it. The amount of shit you can do in this game, it's gonna be fucked up. We'll get into more of that. Explore a variety of island locations. Discover favorite foods at Fresh Kingdom. Buy everything or wild outfits at Where and Where. Renovate and decorate homes at TNC Reno. Shop changing daily items at the marketplace. Collect island decorations at Quick Build. Watch island updates on the MNN news station and capture moments at Photo Tomo Photography. A news station, dude. Like, what's going to be on the news in my game? It's going to be like, Cog drew a giant dick on the side of this building or something like that. It's like, what's going to happen in here? Because you can draw so much stuff, Mike. I'm like, everyone's just going to draw dicks. That's going to happen. That's always the first thing.
There's limitations on like screenshotting, right? Those people were complaining about this, that there's going to be limitations on what you can share. Because Nintendo knows people are going to just be obscene and making t-shirts and shit that you shouldn't have. Because I remember too, like with Animal Crossing, there's always like the t-shirt design stuff. And Nintendo sometimes can be like notoriously slow for removing inappropriate things. And one person was like, I've had this item in my game for like a year before it was like suddenly disappeared.
Dude, people will find a way. You cannot defeat the internet on that kind of stuff. They're going to find a way. We're going to have like a bunch of... Dude, someone's island is going to have like horrific people from history and stuff doing crazy shit. Like,
oh, dude, right? We got like
Hitler's going to be walking around doing some shit, shaking hands with people. Yeah, it's going to be fucking weird.
I got Mussolini and Bill Cosby in here.
Yeah, Bill Cosby. I got Osama bin Laden here.
Bro, Epstein Island.
Epstein,
they're gonna be like, we got Stephen Hawking over here.
Right.
We got Peter Addy over here.
Yeah, it's gonna get fucking wild.
That'd actually be really funny.
It's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna do that because it's too much work. But it'd be hysterical to do a who's who of Epstein Island.
Yeah, it's gonna happen day one. There's a creative workshop. Use this workshop to create custom content that brings the island to life, including pets for Mies, unique drinks, a resident's favorite TV show, personalized clothing items, house exteriors, and ground tiles. Yeah, like we said, all that shit. Epstein's Island will be made immediately. Personalize your island's look by placing landscape items like trees, plants, benches, vending machines, and playground equipment. Rearrange houses and shops, exchange or expand land areas, and reshape the island based on resident suggestions or your own creative visions. Like, I mean, Dick Island's coming in hot too, as well. Give Mies extra individuality by gifting them unique quirks such as special poses, eating habits, or sleep behaviors. You can also assign favorite phrases to change how they speak, helping each Mii feel more expressive and distinct. All right, this is going to get crazy. Giving them quirks and habits.
Yeah, because like in Animal Crossing, when you'd have a villager who was like, can you help me make a catchphrase? And it's like, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're going to say something horrible.
Yeah. And it's like, you can do that with everybody. It's going to get bad. Racial slurs are going to be coming out. Discrimination coming out. Bigot shit. Don't even give me the whoa. You know that's happening day one immediately.
It's funny, though, because it's like my intention is I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll make some little friends and buddies in there and just see what happens. But yeah, people are going to be deranged in here.
Yeah. You're like, well, Nintendo's like, oh, yeah, people are going to make catchphrases like howdy ho, neighbor, or some shit like that. And it's like, no. No, it's going to get insane. So buckle up. Before I read that, what did you think about the Direct, Micah?
So I went into this feeling quite unsure if I was going to pre-order because I thought it looked cute and interesting, but I was just kind of like, but what is it? And the Direct, it really didn't hook me until it got to the relationship stuff where it's like Angie was in love with the guy and then like she got turned down by him and he was all depressed. Like that was just like really funny. And then she falls in love with the clown man. Yeah. And then like there's like this insane like two other people appear and they're also professing their love. Like that was really funny. And I said, okay, this is going to be just zany and odd. And I want to try it. So I did pre-order it from GameStop. We'll see. We'll see what I actually think. I mean, as we discussed the character creation stuff, like in Miitopia, I was kind of like bored with it. But this is going to be a little more engaging of like, well, okay, I'll make my friends and my little pals and kind of get to see what they do and fuck around with them. So yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah. I am curious about it. I like that you can give all these characters like a little personality quirks and all that shit and like building your island out. That stuff all seems really cool. I'm kind of, let me read this from Azoth. Greetings, Punching Up crew. After last week's Tomodachi Life Direct, is there a worry that Nintendo is flooding the life sim zone? Last month saw an Animal Crossing's New Horizon update years in the making. We're just over a month away from Pokopia. And of course, Tomodachi Life is coming up right behind it. That's 3 games centered around building up an island in just 3 months. Is there enough oxygen in the room? So, Micah, the only thing is, like, I'm a little more interested in Pokopia. I'm more interested in making my Pokemon slaves and fucking fixing up my house and all that kind of shit, Paying them in, I don't know, rare candies or something like that they eat. So I don't, like, when this game comes around, it's like, am I going to be in the mood for this? I know this game does have a cult following, and I think that's very cool. And I want to say I will play it just because, it's the show. But as long as one of us is playing it, which is you, guaranteed, I'll be at least okay with it. But I do kind of want to play just to see what weird shit I can make me say. Like, what can I get away with in this game is what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you think there's too many games like this right now, though?
Yes and no. On the one hand, I hear what the listener is saying, but it's also like, so Pokopia, you're interested in that. I'm not very interested because I don't really like Pokemon. I was solely interested in Pokopia because I just like life sims.
Mm-hmm. But and the weird Ditto Kid,
this
right?
Instead, I don't like the Ditto Kid. It's weird. So with this instead, I'm like, well, I don't have to play Pokopia. I'll play this one. With Animal Crossing is such a distinct feel. And while there's some zaniness, it's not like this. Like if Animal Crossing is like a normie game, this feels like a memester's paradise, right?
Oh, 100%. So yeah.
I feel like each one is different enough in tone to be justified to having them all but I agree that such a short window is not ideal. I would actually prefer to see these spaced out a bit more.
Sure.
Because it's like, I don't know, we'll talk about what we're playing. I'm playing now a life sim that came out in like 2022. So sometimes you'd be late to the party and still end up having a great time with the game. But if they were spaced out a little better, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah. The only thing I will say about this game is, I mean, I haven't played it and I haven't played the other Tomodachi Life. I have no experience, so I can't say for sure. But I think from what I've seen, it seems like it'll be weird and quirky enough to kind of stand out. Maybe among the other ones, like you're saying, how Animal Crossing is so distinct. And Pokopia, we don't know a ton about, so I'm not sure. But Yeah, maybe it'll be just fine. I don't know. It seems like, hey, never bet against Nintendo first party for the most part. They usually do pretty damn well. Usually.
You know, it really is just such a weird game. It didn't sell me right away like Animal Crossing did. And I said, I don't know, you gotta sell me on this one. Show me something that's gonna get the hooks in me, because I was quite unsure. And then I ended up watching that direct, and I said, all right, we're gonna try this out, because I do like Animal Crossing a lot. But this one, I said, it seems like, on the one hand, too much work, because you got to make everybody, versus Animal Crossing, your villagers just kind of show up. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that part of it, but the possibilities, the possibilities in here, it's got me.
Like, the Mii customization has to be good. Like, it better be more than just like the Wii, for instance, how much options you had there. Like, I want to be able to make Goku or something like on my island, you know? I want fucking Naruto walking around yelling "Believe it" at someone. I better be allowed to do that shit.
To be 7 feet tall compared to the other.
Yeah, you gotta make me 7 feet tall so I can't fit in any house. Gotta have it. Absolutely. But yeah, April, not too far from now. So there you go. Yeah. All right. Next bit of news here. Micah, last week and some of this week, there has been a lot of drama surrounding the game Dispatch on Switch. There has been some censorship that is in this version of the game, and people were not aware of it, not enough. The company Ad Hoc, I believe that's their name, did not make it clear enough for a lot of people, and people were complaining about the Switch version having censorship and why and all this kind of stuff. So there's a whole saga, and I'm going to read kind of a breakdown of all this kind of stuff and some quotes from Ad Hoc and Nintendo themselves. So Ad Hoc, so a lot of people complained about this. So Ad Hoc, the company, responded saying, quote, different platforms have different content criteria and submissions are evaluated individually. Ad Hoc said in a statement shared with Eurogamer ahead of Dispatch's Switch release. The studio assured, though, that the censorship on Nintendo's consoles does not affect Dispatch's overall narrative experience or gameplay. Quote, we worked with Nintendo to ensure the content within the title met the criteria to release on their platform, but the core narrative and gameplay experience remains identical to the original release, the developer stated. Then Nintendo themselves came in and said, quote, Nintendo requires all games on its platforms to receive ratings from independent organizations and to meet our established content and platform guidelines, a Nintendo spokesperson told IGN. Quote, while we inform partners when their titles don't meet our guidelines, Nintendo does not make changes to partner content. We also do not discuss specific content or the criteria used in making these determinations. So basically, Nintendo's like, yo, we didn't fuck with anything shit like this. This was all on their end. They're the ones that did the censorship themselves. Ad Hoc then had a second statement that says, as Nintendo states, any game that's going to be on Nintendo platform needs to meet Nintendo's established content and platform guidelines. Ad Hoc wrote, referring to Nintendo's own statement on the matter last week. This is the key point. Nintendo has content guidelines. Our games didn't meet those guidelines, so we made changes that would allow us to release on their platform. That's what happened here. Honestly, we thought this would be obvious since we're the devs that released the fully uncensored version of the game on other platforms, so they're acknowledging that people are very upset about the censorship. In reality, numerous fans had blamed Japanese ratings board Censor for the censorship. So this is Japan's version of the ESRB, which is much stricter than ours going on here in Japan. There's like a lot of stuff. Like Japanese versions of if you've seen like Resident Evil games are far less gory and stuff like that. There's like no decapitation. There's something, it's like a big thing there.
Deciding that making blood white is a better idea. And it's like, yeah, that looks better.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that works.
So board for Censor for the censorship, as it is widely believed to be the reason why an entirely separate Japan-only version of Cyberpunk 2077 exists for Nintendo Switch without any nudity or beheading, even though an uncensored version was released for the platform everywhere else in the world. So that's one way how Cyberpunk has that version on Switch 2. Like if you buy Cyberpunk 2 here, it has all of that content still in it. But if you buy the Japanese version, it is different because they did a separate SKU for Japan only. And This is Ad Hoc saying once again, we initially assumed, like some of you, that because games like Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk are on the platform with similar types of uncensored matter or mature content, Dispatch would be allowed to do the same, Ad Hoc continued. During the reporting process, it became clear that was not the case. So we asked that we include a disclaimer on the store page to inform customers that content would be different than on other platforms. We worked with Nintendo to get some storefront language approved. Where we absolutely need to take full ownership is the placement of that disclaimer. Again, it was our intent to go out of our way to tell people looking to buy the game that the content was censored while we didn't have complete control over the language. We did have control of the placement. Wires got crossed, and we put the disclaimer in the field, literally titled "disclaimer" instead of the about the game section. We didn't catch this until after the launch, when we saw people saying we should have called out the changes on the store page, and we went to go make sure it was there. It technically has been the entire time, just in the absolute worst spot that makes it look like we were trying to hide it. This is 100% our mistake, and it was fixed in the America store page a few hours after launch to give more visibility, Ad Hoc commented. We've also added a disclaimer before purchase as of writing this. The other regions have either published this change or are in the process of review. But here's the thing, like I said, games like The Witcher and Cyberpunk have their own separate versions. So basically the whole thing, it sounds like, is Ad Hoc did not bother to make a separate version for Japan only to have censorship like that. They just kind of did one blanket statement thing, which it needed to do to be published in Japan. So in turn, it affected all the other games here, or all the versions here, with all the censorship and all that kind of stuff. So people were very upset about that. So, and they fucked up where the placement saying it would have the censorship and all that kind of stuff. So they made a lot of people very annoyed because negligence about how they placed the content warning, the censorship, all the changes that were there on the store page. They made it very obscure, not easy for people to tell. And two, it looks like they're just being fucking lazy by not making a separate SKU for Japan or other regions that need that kind of stuff. So they fucked up right there, and people were not happy about that, which I totally get. Like, if I was playing this game on Switch, I would want it, an uncensored version. But I don't know. If you got it on Switch here, just be aware that's the catch. If you want to play it on Switch, you're going to have a censored version. At least for now, there is no different SKU and all that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. But this was just a whole mess about this company dealing with all this kind of stuff. So there it is. That's all the information we have on it right now. Maybe things will change, or we'll get more updates in the future. But that's kind of where we're at with this whole thing. And as you guys know, most people don't like censorship in their games here. Like me, most people in general. But it's like, man, you got to make that shit very clear if you're going to do that. You got to let them know up front, make it easy for people to see. Because I would be pissed if I bought this shit and I didn't see it because it was just poorly placed. So there you go.
Right. And especially too, because if you go on the Nintendo website and go to Dispatch, the game is still rated M. And still says blood, crude humor, violence, sexual content, Yeah. So it still says all that next to the rating. So that doesn't sound like it's been nerfed, right? It didn't. It's not like the rating got bumped down to T or anything to make you say, hey, wait a minute. It still says rated M. It still notes sexual content. So that doesn't jump out at you right away that there's going to be, the movies taken out, So I always laugh though at some of these games that I see like on PSN, for example, where it's like, that this shit's gonna be like heavily censored, like very, very like hentai games. And you're like, bro, play this on PC. Why would you even play it here? Why would you buy this for not this one? I don't mean this, but like some of the games I'm like, bro, just buy it for PC. What the hell are you doing? Buying it on console, go buy it in the no man's land where you're allowed to do whatever you want. But it is like that. It needed to just be more obvious because people, they thought they knew what they were getting, and then that's not the product that was delivered.
I saw something like a little update. Apparently, they were asked about like the separate SKUs and all that kind of stuff. Hold on, let me make sure I'm reading this right. The same site who asked us about the release discussion during the rounds online reportedly got the following response from Ad Hoc's PR. Okay. Ad hoc is legally unable to provide further comment on why separate SKUs were not possible for different regions. So basically, they're asking, why didn't you make separate SKUs like, like CD Projekt did for their games? And they're just like, well, we can't talk about that. So it's like, why? Just say, like, I don't know. It makes it seem sketchy, like they fucked up. Maybe there's a legit reason, but that's like not a satisfying answer for people. If they said, hey, we can't afford it, we're smaller or something like that, then I could be like, okay, I at least understand where you're coming from. Right. But if you're just like, yeah, we can't talk about it. It's like, okay.
Yeah. If they had said, look, we only have this much budget to do a Switch version, so we can't spend this many more hours on it. Okay, I'll take that as an answer, just as an explanation. And again, too, on the Nintendo page, I'm on there right now, and they have the little game description, and then under it says note: some mature content from Dispatch's original version has been modified. But it's in this whole wall of text.
Right.
And so if you're skimming, and no, I know we're not supposed to skim things, but if you see the rated M and then you skim through the description, you could still miss that and not even realize it. So it's like, yeah, it's there, but throw some bold on that.
Yeah, I think that's after complaints about it. Like it was even more obscure before.
Like, this is the best version of the website, the store right now. And it's still just like, I would have thrown that in bold or in red or something. But it's like, well, we don't want to call attention to it. It's like, you should.
You should.
Be
honest with your customers. All right. Next story here, Micah. Sonic Racing Crossworlds apparently failed to meet sales expectations so far. So I haven't personally played this series. I know a lot of people do like these. I heard a lot about these games are better than Mario Kart and all that kind of stuff, so they must be pretty good. I think Gene was a fan of these games. I don't know if he played the new one, though. But this is from a November 2025 report, so there's a chance that it's doing better now. So this is from November, so keep that in mind. This was part of Sega's financial report. Sega's vice president, Koichi Fukuzawa, stated, quote, now I'd like to talk about Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It has received high ratings, scoring over 80 on Metacritic, a Metac score at Metacritic, and earning an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam customer reviews. We recently announced that worldwide cumulative sales have surpassed 1 million units. However, initial performance did not meet our expectations, and we are aiming to sell approximately another 1 million units within this fiscal year. We aim to sustain long-term sales by encouraging players to enjoy games over time through the continued support of this title, including ongoing releases of additional downloadable content. So, I hate to see when a game sells 1 million and they're like, yeah, it didn't meet our expectations. It's like, fuck, that's a lot. But I guess it costs a lot to make. I don't know. But it reminds me of like the Square Enix days. We're like, oh yeah, we sold 3 million of Final Fantasy 16 in like a week. And they're like, yeah, didn't meet our expexptations. It's like, all right.
Because I'm like, good?
Yeah.
Good? And they're like, no, bad. Quite bad.
So
because too, I as just a regular consumer would be like, yeah, I kind of would have expected even more just based on the Sonic movies. It's something I could have pictured a lot of children putting on their list because it's like, yeah, I love Sonic and the guy from Parks and Rec and Jim Carrey's in it. Like I would have been like, absolutely, kiddo, you can have it. But again, it's like, yeah, I don't know where the ceiling is when we have new Mario Kart that came out last summer as well. Dude, and that's really good.
Yeah, I think Mario Kart was, of course, deep competition for it. I'm looking at the roster for this game. Fucking SpongeBob's in it. Mega Man's in it. Joker from Persona 5. Steve from Minecraft. Hatsune Miku. Dude, they're hitting like tons of fandoms right here. This is crazy.
Any Yakuza characters in it?
Yeah, Ichiban. He's in the game.
Oh my god.
He's in the game, dude. So, I mean,
I might get it.
Not only are a lot of Sega characters, but there's also a bunch of randos, like Pac-Man's in here as well. So, I don't know, dude. This is like Smash Brothers for racing games.
It's too weird for me. And I like little kart racers, but I don't really like Sonic that much, except for some nostalgia.
Yeah.
So, it's like I was never a potential customer because I'm like, oh, that's fun. Yeah, I hope people like it. But I'm not a big enough Sonic fan or a big enough Ichiban fan to be like, I'll buy this just to play as him. No offense, Ichiban.
And I think there's more characters coming. I think a lot of these guest characters were for season pass. Dude, you could be a creeper from Minecraft as well. There's Alex from Minecraft, I guess is the girl version of Steve.
Yeah, I do love Minecraft.
Yeah, SpongeBob and Patrick.
I do love them.
Yeah, Pac-Man, the Ghost, Mega Man, and Proto Man. Wow, even for Colin.
Yeah, and the Rush car is so cute.
Yeah, dude, free post-launch racers. We had Hatsune Miku, Joker, Ichiban, Knights from Knight's Journey into Dreams, Ai from Monkey Ball, Tangle, and Whisper, who are Sonic characters apparently I've never heard of. Dude, man, these fucking Sonic characters always suck. All these, like, never mind. I was going to go off a tangent.
You don't like Cream the Rabbit?
No, I don't. I think all Sonic's friends, like, mostly suck. They all kind of are shit. Espio.
They're not great.
Charmy.
You know, Big the Cat is the best.
Yeah, because he's like... He's kind of like retarded. Do you know what I mean?
I was waiting for you to say it.
Yeah. He's just like, hey, fishy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude, he's great.
Those missions in Sonic Adventure. You've seen the Game Grumps play, but you haven't played it, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, famously, so when you have to go fishing for Froggy. And
Froggy,
like it's one of Aaron's like most famous freakouts, and it's like it's a Game Grumps animated as well. And it's like I've watched it so many times when I'm having a bad day, and it's like let's watch Aaron go fishing for Froggy. It's so funny every time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, a lot of racers in this game. Who that? Oh, dude, they have the Werehog Sonic version from Sonic Unleashed. That's really funny.
You'd think they wouldn't want to acknowledge that. You'd think that one would be locked in a closet forever.
No, I mean Sonic has no shame, so. Who the hell is Storm? These must be other Sonic racing guys. I don't know. Sage from Sonic Frontiers. I remember them. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, there you go. Dude. They need more Persona characters. They only have Joker. And you have like 50 dumb Sonic characters.
Throw in my boy Ryuji.
You should have more Persona 5 characters. You should have Metaphor characters at this point.
Throw in the Doctor.
The doctor lady. Yeah, the goth doctor, yeah.
Yeah, she's nice. I dated the teacher in the game, so throw her in her little maid outfit.
All right. Let's see here. I was going to say a joke, but I won't say it. Anyways, Micah, let's start with what you've been playing. What's going on?
Yeah. All right. So I was lost in what to play next. And I went to my shelf of games and I found Harvest Stella, which bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a Square Enix life sim JRPG. And it's quite good. It starts off way too slow for a life sim. Like it doesn't give you the reins for a while. And if you've played, Story of Seasons and type games, it's like, bro, let me fucking farm. Like, let me in. And because the thing is that it's telling you all this stuff, it's throwing the farming at you. There's resource gathering and like the resources respawn on the map every day. It's telling you all this stuff. There's side missions. There's the main missions. They're giving you all this stuff. And then they're like, but you got to do this first. Don't have too much fun yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of got to let it hold your hand until it finally gives you the reins and it opens up. And from there on, and it's really good. The dungeons are weird until you realize what they're doing. The game has that like familiar mechanic where if you stay out too late, you pass out. And so you got to be home by a certain time, right?
Yeah.
However, it shows you your first dungeon. And the number one thing, you go in the dungeon, the time doesn't stop. So the time's progressing while you're in there. And for context, the first dungeon, the first big one, they're like, you gotta go rescue her. It's urgent. Okay. So it was sort of presented like this is something that would maybe be shorter and manageable to be done within 1 day cycle. And it wasn't. And I passed the fuck out trying to get through the whole dungeon in a day because they were telling you it was so urgent. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. And then you just wake up the next day on your farm and it's like, yeah, do whatever you want. So it's kind of more like Persona style, where it's like go in, chip away at the dungeon, go back, you go to school the next day, go chip away at your dungeon again, right? It's kind of more like that. And while the story says it's very urgent, you could farm for a week straight if you wanted and just not even touch it. And like nobody's prompting you or prodding you to like go help or like fuck it. They don't care. So that was part of it, is like the story is making it sound like you got to get your ass in there. And the reality is like, no, you can go dick off and do side missions, whatever, farm. We don't care. You don't have to play anymore at this point. Just whatever you want. And within the dungeons, they have checkpoints. And so when you reach that checkpoint, you can go home whenever you want, but you want to get to the next checkpoint so that when you return, you can warp to that checkpoint and you're as far as you were the day before, right? Instead of having to run all the way through it. So once you get that out of the way, and it's kind of like Persona style, it makes more sense. The urgency is somewhat diminished, but that's fine. The story is weird. The story's okay. I like it well enough. It's your classic, this is not a spoiler, from the get-go. You have amnesia. God, every Japanese story starts out with amnesia. They're like, you can't remember why you're here and you don't know anything. And that's the explanation. It's like, all right. But so the story's kind of weird, kind of sci-fi. But I like it enough. The characters are quite endearing. So that makes up for some of the weirdness because the characters are great. The like side missions are fine. There's a lot of orphans. That's a really weird thing to say. There's a lot of orphans, and the side missions for the orphans are quite sad. And I don't know why they're doing this to me. There's like just like there's a lot of orphans, and it's weird that there's so many, and there's all these side missions at the orphanage, and they kind of bring you down. I don't love that part of it. But at the end of the day, you go to sleep, you get your XP, and you get the money from whatever farming stuff you sold. The farming's pretty passive. It's not the main focus like a Harvest Moon, but it's useful for you got to cook yourself food and drinks that you use during battle to heal. That's essential to stay in the dungeons longer. When you eat, your whole party gets health, which is great. So you don't have to individually heal people. It's just like, oh, I have a bite. Everybody gets health. Farming makes you money for upgrading your weapons. You don't have to buy armor, but you do upgrade your weapons. And just money for upgrading your farm as well. You kind of cyclical nature of that. So I like it a lot so far. It is quite addicting at this point. At first it started out way too slow. I wasn't feeling it. I said, I don't know, Square. I don't know if you can hack this, but it's quite good now. I will say the longer that I play it and I play the side missions, I don't know if you'll agree with this, Brad. Sure. It used to feel like side missions in games, it was just fetch quests and it was fine. Like just go kill 20 monsters and come back. But now it's the same mission, but games will be like, here's 5 minutes of like a shitty story. Go kill 20 monsters and come back. It's like, I don't know if this is better than the old days. I don't know if this is preferable to when games would just say, I need you to go to the Jade Forest and kill 15 creepers. And I'd be like, all right. And now they're like, the orphans. And I'm like, damn it. And I gotta do like 5-minute cutscenes about all the orphans. And then I'm just gonna go and kill 15 creepers, Yeah. I don't know if it's better. Like Borderlands 4 was egregious with that. I didn't even do some of the side missions at a certain point. So I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Like all I'm doing is going out and killing a bunch of monsters for you. And you think I want to hear this whole exposition first. And it wasn't very good. And so I almost just wish we could go back to like, I don't know, just like a bounty board type of thing. Just give me some quick XP, like monsters spotted down by the beach. Go take them out. Yeah, all right. Like, just let me do that. I think the best part of Witcher 3 was the monster contracts and stuff, but it's like a lot of them just had like very little story. You're just going out to kill stuff. They know what you want. So overall, the game's really good so far. I'm going to say really good as of now, but too many orphans. And it took too long to give you the freedom. I worry that it would deter some people who are experienced with life sims because they'd be like, I don't need all this help, But once it opens up, it's been great.
Okay. Very nice. Anything else or just that?
No, this has completely taken over my life. I think about it. I think about it like this. It's turned into the game I'm thinking about when I'm cooking dinner, of like how I'm strategizing. Like I can do these side missions all in a row, and then the next day I'll go back into the dungeon, because the time limit, it really does feel like a crunch sometimes, of like, shit, I gotta wake up, I gotta water all my crops, and then I gotta move on to the missions I was working on. Just moving between places on the map takes time. So you gotta prioritize, like, I got 3 side missions over there I can do. And if I have time, I'll go to the next town over. So it's turned into that for me, of like, I'm structuring my life around it.
All right, for me, 2 things. First thing is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I played it. I've beaten the game already. I've had it for I've had it for a while. I did put out a full review on my YouTube channel if you want to see that. Bradley L's Games. So if you want more in-depth kind of thing like that. But I will say, it's good. I had a good time playing through the game. It's not my favorite Dragon Quest game. Like, I like 8 and 11 still more, but I think it's a really fun game. Very traditional Dragon Quest style game. A lot of the changes I think worked really well here. First of all, the visuals look really good in the game. Like the little dioramas you're walking through look awesome. The character models look really good. So do all the enemies. They look so cool. Everyone looks like a doll, and I think it fits really well with Dragon Quest VII's art style. So kudos there. They've added a bunch of nice quality of life features also for people, like difficulty settings. Like you can tweak the difficulty quite a bit. You can set it to like, hey, give me more XP, or give me more like experience I get for leveling up my jobs and all that kind of stuff, or I want less. So there's a ton of that there. They added battle speed increases, so it moves really fast. I actually kept it on normal the entire time because I think it's quick enough. Not like Dragon Quest 1 and 2 where I had it like set to the ultra thing.
Oh, the entire time. Yeah, those games are slow. It's charming at first, but it's too slow.
Yeah. And what was I going to say? Something else about quality of life. I'm trying to recall. Well, whatever. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, though, it is a very good game. I had a really good time with it. Like I said, it's not one of my favorite Dragon Quest games, but it is still absolutely worth playing, in my opinion. It's super charming and cute. Play the demo first, though, if you're on the fence about it. It's just the beginning of the game, and it carries over to the main game. But there's a really cool job system in the game. I love job systems, so I was all about that shit. One cool addition they did for this version is you can have 2 different jobs equipped at a time, so you can mix and match skills. Also, there's advanced jobs to unlock by you leveling certain jobs, so I was always excited to see what I would unlock, all that kind of stuff. So that was really fun. It is the shortest version of the game. There's Dragon Quest VII on PS1 and 3DS, and I won't say how long it took me to beat this version of the game, the main story, but it was quite a bit shorter than the 3DS how long to beat, which is even shorter than the PS1 version, which I think is fine. There is some new content in the game as well, which I won't spoil. Seems like there's a healthy amount of post game as well, which I do want to do, but I just haven't gotten to yet. But yeah, I think it's a really good game, a really good version of the game. I really enjoyed my time with it, and it's on everything out there. Micah, you're playing this day one, right?
Yeah, actually, I pre-ordered at Target. I did get the email from them saying that it was preparing to ship.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping I get that soon. I'm hoping I get it on time, I should say, because as I mentioned, the mail situation, not ideal right now.
Right.
Don't know if I'm going to get this game in a timely fashion. But, I'm very excited for this. Job system reminded me, Harvestella also has jobs. And it's cool because you can switch in battle between them. So it's like, I'll be the mage doing long range attacks. That's my favorite. But when those skills are cooling down, I can switch to sword fighter and use my sword fighter skills. And when those are cooling down, I can switch to the axe guy. And I love that. I love that not being locked into just one job system. Yeah.
In this game, you can switch jobs pretty much anytime you want. Not in combat, but you can, get out of combat, you can switch to something else and all that kind of stuff. The cast of characters, I think, are pretty good. I like them all overall. They're not like the most in-depth characters or anything like that, but I liked a lot of them. My favorite character is this kid named Ruff. He like rides a wolf around. I really like that character a lot. And the game is an interesting structure in the sense that pretty much throughout the whole game, you're going from island to island, and it's all almost divided up like arcs. Like think of an arc from an anime, like a separate little story. So you go to this island, has its own little self-contained story. Finish that, wrap it up, you go on to the next one. So that's kind of the structure of the whole game. There is a more overall arching narrative in the game. It's like nothing special. It's pretty, if you've played Dragon Quest games, it's pretty standard Dragon Quest stuff, but it is nice. But yeah, cool ass game. Had a good time.
Oh, I can't wait. Actually, Target says that I'll get the game tomorrow, Wednesday.
Ooh.
We shall see. I was kind of banking on it being late, which is why I started Harvestella, though. Like, I was kind of, I told myself, I'm like, I probably won't even get this game until Saturday, maybe even Monday.
Yeah.
So I may as well just start Harvestella, which is like a 40 to 50 hour game. Whoops.
Yeah, long game. But yeah, it's a very cute game. I think you'll like that aspect of it a lot, Micah, about it. Everyone looks very cute and adorable.
Oh, yeah. No, this is something I'm quite excited for.
Oh, hell yeah. And the other thing I've been playing a little bit of is Code Vein 2, which is a Souls-like from Bandai Namco. I played the first Code Vein when it came out. I actually reviewed it back then. It's been a while when I think about it. So the sequel's finally here. And pretty much just for its anime Souls-like, I'll say that for everyone out there. You can make your own character, pretty good character, creator and all that kind of stuff, just fun. One thing I like about this game is that unlike some other RPGs where you level up, you pick your strength or your stamina and you level those individually. Instead, when you level up, it just does everything automatically. So you don't pick that. However, your character builds come in through these things I think they're called blood codes. Think of them as like a class you equip, and you can switch these out anytime you want. So you can equip a certain blood code and it'll give you benefits and certain stat allocations. So you can build your character around I want my character to be a strength character or use these heavy weapons. So I'll equip this specific blood code. And these blood codes also level up themselves and you get more powerful versions of that, which I really enjoy. There's a ton of character customization in the sense of your arsenal and what you use. Of course, you have your basic weapons, but you have weapon skills for each weapon. You can have 4 equipped at a time. You find different skills out in the world and you can equip them, so you can kind of put on different skills for weapon types. I don't think every weapon skill works on every weapon because some of them seem very weapon type focused. I was using these 2 katanas, Micah, and one of the attacks I had was this crazy spin attack and it seemed really powerful, so that was fun. But I got a gun with a bayonet on it, which was pretty cool and all that kind of stuff, so that's really fun. You have these crazy demon powers where you can use to on your R2 trigger to get your mana back, which you use to execute everything like that. It's open world this time as well. So you do I just got a mount in the game, a motorcycle. So I was cruising around on that. It looks visually okay. Nothing special. I'm playing the PC version, so it runs pretty good for the most part. Dustin did a whole video on this as well. He played the PS5 version and he said he had some frame rate problems going on there. So not on PC, at least for right now, but it's an okay game. I would like to play it. If you're not into Souls-like, this probably isn't the one to get you into them, but I think it's decent enough so far. Nowhere near From Software, anything like that level, but it's decent. And I would like to play more of it, but just got to find time. So maybe in the coming weeks, I'll report back more on it because I want to see more what it's got to offer. But it's an okay game right now. All right, Micah, let's get back to some news here. This one's for our boy Gene. Virtua Fighter 5 R.E.V.O. launch is coming to Switch 2. This is the first time Virtua Fighter's been on a Nintendo platform, I believe, ever, which is crazy.
Wow.
So Sega put out some details. Has crossplay. Great. Love that. There's an open beta on February 19th, if you're curious about the game. $20 for the standard version and $49.99 for the 30th anniversary edition. Comes with a bunch of DLC. Here's stuff that they've listed as DLC. You get the base game, you get the Legendary Pack DLC, Yakuza Series Collection Pack DLC, Virtua Fighter 30th Anniversary Swimsuit Costume Set, Soundtrack Collection, and Ranking Titles Virtua Fighter pre-production artwork. So if you want some skins, I don't know what this Yakuza series collaboration pack is though. Maybe you get outfits for them, I'm guessing. Maybe you can get Kiryu's suit, which would be pretty cool actually. And those swimsuits, oh lord. Gotta have the swimsuits, baby. So
the magic swimsuits that no matter how she moves, nothing's flying out. Now that's really something.
That is something, yeah. So if you want that, you want a goon to that, there you go. So just a little update on Virtua Fighter coming soon. Wait, hold on. Do I have the actual date listed here? Let me see. I have the open beta. I gotta look at the actual date it comes out. Hold on. Fighter 5 Switch 2.
I clicked the pre-order button. Is it March 26th?
March 26th. There you go. So next month. So not too far from now. There you go. Cool. Next up, Mike, I thought this was kind of funny. I saw this. Pokopia has an Amazon pre-order bonus. That is a fucking tree, like a house plant.
Yeah.
And I saw this and I was like, this is the pre-order bonus?
We
a little
used
house
to be
plant?
a proper country.
It's like not Pokemon themed as far as I can tell.
It's just a fucking snake plant. That's like a real life fucking snake plant like I got in my house.
Yeah.
It's not unique or special. That's like an Animal Crossing ass plant. But it's like, dude, because if you pre-order from like I think the Pokemon website, you get the little Ditto plush. You know, it's like once upon a time you used to get like a fucking keychain, a fridge magnet, like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with this
it's
at
like
all.
this is like a meme worthy pre-order bonus.
Because I kind of wanted to pre-order it from the Pokemon store for that Ditto plush because it was really cute. But I'm like, dude, you don't even really want the game.
You can just
buy a Ditto plush.
Yeah.
Exactly. However, it's girl math because I said it was free. And I got the Ditto plush for free.
That's Xbox Game Pass math, Micah.
Exactly. Oh, dude. It's all about trying to get free shipping, right? And it's like, well, if I spend $10 more, then I save $7 on shipping.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm all about that type of math. But this is disappointing on a grand scale. That's the pre-order bonus. It's not even like a whimsical plant. Yeah. That looks like the plant in my living room right now.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if there's other pre-order bonuses at other retailers. I have no idea or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a pre-order bonus.
Does.
I'm sure there's a pre-order bonus for just the normal version of the game anywhere. I'm imagining. But yeah, get yourself a little house plant if you want to get it off Amazon. So there you go.
Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, so Target, is this like they're showing a cute little Ditto rug? Is that
maybe that's the pre-order bonus,
or are you just showing it? It doesn't.
That sounds familiar.
Doesn't say. Oh, okay. Yeah, get in-game Ditto rug as an early purchase bonus. That's way better. Oh, dude, I'll send you the link to this. That's way better. As a pre-order bonus, it's a little rug.
Let's
like
see.
Ditto.
Yes, I'm looking on their website right now. So this looks like a pre-order bonus for anything, anywhere you get it. Use a Ditto rug as an early purchase bonus in both the game key card and digital version of Pokopia. Use this to decorate the houses you build. That is a cute little rug, though. I like that.
Yeah, I'd take that over the houseplant.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, there's the scary Ditto kids on here. I like this.
That's the thing is like he bothers me.
I like that. It's unsettling.
It's too much. It's too much. I don't like it. I really wanted to like it because, well, actually, here's the thing. When the game was announced and I said, oh, yeah, I could use another life sim. But like the more they showed of it, the more it kind of freaked me out. And I'm like, I don't really like this. Mm-hmm. And so then, by contrast, seeing Tomodachi Life, it's like, I'm not 100% sure about this, but at least it doesn't scare me.
Yeah, everything's a little unsettling. Just a little bit. A dash of that.
It's it reminds me of Mr. Meaty. Do you remember that show?
Mr. Meaty, no.
Mr. Meaty was a horrifying show on Nickelodeon. It was made with puppets, I believe.
Oh, dude, I remember the show. Yeah, these guys freaked me out. I never watched it because they looked so fucking ugly.
It was so fucking scary, dude. Like my sister and I used to watch it. I remember us both just being aghast at times. Yeah, and I'm not saying it looks like that, but it's what it makes me feel.
No, yeah, this is fucked up. That show's fucked up. I'm mad you brought that up to me now.
You're a grown man, Bradley. Mr. Meaty can't hurt you now.
I know. Yeah, Mr. Meaty is dead, in fact, but it still haunts my dreams a little bit. All right, next thing right here. Let's talk a little bit, Mike, about Google's Project Genie. Now, did you see this video that I posted?
These were the fake,
these
AI
are
games,
so basically these are AI
like
games.
Convincing?
These are like AI games that Google's like saying, hey, you can make shit like this, video games. And someone already made a bunch of ones that replicate Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario 64. And I'm just like, bro, here we go. It has begun. I can't wait to see how Nintendo combats stuff like this in the future or what they're going to do. Of course, they still look like, AI video games.
Yeah.
So they're not nearly as good as the real ones, but it's like we're just getting started, everybody. So get ready. Shit's gonna get even crazier in the next coming years. But I saw the Mario and Zelda one. I was like, oh boy, fuck no.
It's crazy. Because as people point out, it's like we're not too far from that Will Smith eating spaghetti video that was like terrifying.
Yeah.
And now look. Now, that wasn't too long ago that was the pinnacle of AI, and it was fucking scary looking. I have to keep... So one of my favorite things on Instagram is videos of people falling down. It's usually Ring doorbell footage.
I see what you like on Instagram sometimes. Yeah, it's people like fucking up in the gym and hurting themselves and shit.
Oh, dude, I love those too, yeah. But so the problem is I had to unfollow 2 of the accounts I liked because they started just posting AI videos of people falling down.
Yeah.
And at first they were pretty convincing. But then the more you watch them, you're like, these aren't real. Like this just flat out isn't real. And so like I'm like, shit, now they're just content farming. They're just making all these fake AI videos of people falling down. Yeah. And it's not the same at all. I need to see a person with a soul fucking eat shit in the driveway, okay? Yeah. It's not the same if they don't have a soul.
Real. It's gotta be real. So we're just beginning the AI and gaming kind of thing like that. I know it's a very touchy subject for a lot of people, but I'm curious where things are gonna be in 5 years from now with this shit.
No, exactly. I'm not going to buy or support it.
I'm not thrilled about playing a game that's all made by AI.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm not trying to buy a game that was like 100% generated by AI. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But I am curious the legality of it and everything. What the hell happens here? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. This video is insane. So there it is. Google's coming for everybody. All right, Micah, we had some Nintendo sales updates. I think that came out last night, and I thought I'd just share some of the new numbers we got going on here. First, I'm going to talk about the top-selling Switch 2 games by units. Number 1 is, of course, Mario Kart World, which has reached 14.03 million units worldwide. Of course, a lot of people bought the bundle that came with it. Us included.
I tried to buy the bundle.
Well, you did get Mario Kart, but I
did get it in the end, but I tried to get that fucking bundle. And it was gone within a blink of an eye.
Yeah, gone. Number 2 is Donkey Kong Bonanza, which has sold 4.25 million copies. Great. Love to see the Kong do well. It's pretty awesome. Pokemon Legends EA. This is the Switch 2 version only, by the way. 3.8 million units. Pokemon just fucking killing it as always. There you go.
Never stops.
Never stops. And Kirby Air Riders, though, 1.76 million already. Pretty impressive, dude, for Kirby Air Riders.
I'll take it.
Yeah, very impressive. Nintendo Switch numbers. Mario Kart Deluxe, of course, the top-selling game. 70 million, 0.59. Insane amount of sales. And the second place game selling is like way below that, which is Animal Crossing New Horizons at 49.32 million units sold. Also very impressive. Smash Bros. Ultimate, 37.44 million units. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 33.64 million units, which pleases me because I want to see Zelda sell very well. Deserves it. Super Mario Odyssey, 30.27 million units. Wow, look at that. Zelda outselling Mario.
Yeah,
Times have changed. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, this is them combined, 28.8 million units. Insane. Pokemon Sword and Shield, 27.8 million units. Tears of the Kingdom, 22.40 million. Very respectable. Super Mario Party at 21.28 million. And New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe is at 18.80 million. So very impressive numbers all around there. Those are the top selling Switch games, at least first party ones. But I would assume these are all in general, even against third party. Here we go. We got Wii U ones as well. I'm going to go over the Wii U numbers just for laughs. Mario Kart 8, the top selling Wii U game, 8.46 million units. Compare that to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's 70 million units compared to 8. Super Mario World, 5.89 million units. New Super Mario Bros. U, 5.82 million. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U, 5.38. Nintendo Land, 5.21. I'm one of those, Micah. I had the pack in. Splatoon, 4.95 million units. Super Mario Maker, 4 million. Hell yeah. New Super Luigi U. That's pretty crazy. 3.7 million. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, 2.37 million. And Mario Party 10, 2.27 million. And Nintendo 3DS I want to do as well. Mario Kart 7, 18.99 million units. Pokemon X and Pokemon Y at 16.78 million. Pokemon Sun and Moon at 16.33 million. I'm going to stop saying million. These are all million. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire at 14.67. New Super Mario Brothers 2, 13.42. Animal Crossing New Leaf, 13.6. I know a lot of people love that Animal Crossing game too.
So good.
Yeah. Super Mario 3D Land, 12.89. Awesome game. Super Mario Brothers for Nintendo 3DS at 9.65. And Pokemon Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, 9.26. Then Tomodachi Life at 6.72. Pretty impressive, dude. A Tomodachi Life. A cult classic. I mean, that's a very well-selling game, but I'm happy
the Wii
fans
U,
are
that
getting
would
it.
have been an incredible seller.
Yeah, that's true. That's for damn.
Those
that's
numbers
for
are
damn sure.
fucking sad. And it popped up in my Facebook memories when I bought my Wii U. And I was like, oh, God, what a day. And because I had written on Facebook that I got my tax return. That's what I spent it on. Was I went to GameStop and got myself a Wii U and a little Peach controller and a couple of Amiibo. It was great.
Dude, the Wii U was such a weird time. That was like the first Nintendo console I didn't buy at launch and like ever that I could recall when I had money to. I remember it came out and I had like zero hype. It was so weird. I bought it on a whim. Randomly at a Best Buy, I just saw it there and I was like, I'll get it. But I was not excited about it.
I'm going to be firing mine up soon because my copy of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn is one of the things that is kind of lost in the mail. And I'm hoping I get it soon. But it's like, I'm going to be playing that on Wii U. I don't have a Wii. I almost bought a Wii just to avoid using the Wii U. But I'm like, that's a really stupid use of your resources. You have a perfectly fine Wii U.
Yeah.
Just use it. But I'm looking at it and like I hear this like sad music playing in my head when I look at it. I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, little unusual, little unnecessary, but there you go. There's also like that really. I remember they did like a tiny Wii model later on.
Yes,
very small.
Was it the Wii? Was it the micro or mini? Wii mini?
Yeah, something like that. I can't recall exactly what it was. I don't know if those were backwards compatible though with GameCube games. I'm not sure. I don't think they were.
I don't remember. Okay, so actually what just pops up on Reddit just says if you want the GameCube functions, grab the regular Wii.
Okay.
So there you go. Perhaps just not.
Wii only. Okay. I understand though.
It's also not good for modding apparently because it doesn't have an SD card slot and other things that
they're
help.
Trying to shut that down, of course. All right. We got some updates on hardware as well. Nintendo Switch 2 has sold 17.37 million units so far in less than a year. Pretty good. Software, 37.93 million. Nintendo Switch, though, here we go. Hardware is at 155.37 million units sold. I think that might be more than the PS2. I think now at this point, I'm not sure unless Sony busts out random PS2 numbers out of somewhere. But the Switch is
we found some in the Epstein files.
Yeah, but exactly. But the Switch has sold very well. And for software, I think this is 1.500 billion. I want to say. I don't think that's million. That's billion. I want to say so. Pretty damn impressive amount of hard or software sold. Wii U hardware, 13.56 million units sold. Software, 103 million. Nintendo 3DS, 75.94 million units. Software is 392.29. The Wii, 101 million units. Software, 921 million. The Nintendo DS, here we go. 154 1.2 million units and 948 million software units. So the Switch has now surpassed the DS. So it's the best-selling Nintendo thing ever. So the Switch, what a moneymaker. Powerhouse.
Oh, dude, I mean, it is startling going from Wii to Wii U, and you really do think if this company had been mismanaged, they wouldn't be here today.
Right.
There are other companies that would not have survived that level of drop off and figuring it out and actually like producing a product that your audience wanted and succeeding at it. Like that really could have been the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could have been the end.
Because if they doubled down on it, if they didn't figure out like what do we do next, like dude, that could have been fucking it. The Switch could have been something different and shitty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's scary to think about.
Scary.
We wouldn't even exist. We wouldn't even be here right now.
Yeah. Game Boy Advanced, 81.51 million. Software, 377 million. The Game Boy, 118 million. Software is 501 million. Nintendo GameCube, 21.74 million. That's depressing. Software, 208 million as well. Very depressing. The Nintendo 64, 32.93 million. Software, 224. Wow, that's crazy how they dropped like 11 million from N64 to GameCube. Super Family, I was reading Japanese. The SNES hardware is 49 million, software 379, and the NES at 61 million 500,000 or 500,000 million units for software. So there's some hardware numbers for you guys as well as games. And I do want to talk quickly, go back to the games really quick. No Metroid listed on anywhere here. No Metroid Prime 4 is what I mean. So no Metroid Prime 4 on Switch listed or Switch 2. So that means probably that Metroid did not sell at least 1 million units on either thing. It could have having Switch 1 and 2 combined, but separately it did not. So this is only for about a month, I believe. So as December 31st, and Metroid came out like December 4th. So less than a month on the market, but it did not crack 1 million on either platform. Separately, combined it might have, I'm not sure. But sad to see. I was hoping Metroid would sell more. Metroid is historically not a strong seller for Nintendo compared to a lot of their other franchises, which always bums me out because they are great games. But yeah, Metroid Prime 4 not here, sadly. So I think I've seen people doom and gloom about Metroid being dead now. I think we'll get more Metroid. Metroid's been in the shitter for like my entire life. So it always finds its way back some way, but hopefully it doesn't go away, but I don't think it will. All right. Micah, any thoughts about any of these Nintendo numbers we saw here? We touched on a little bit, but anything else?
No. Aside from just like, man, I am still astounded that they recovered after the Wii U. It is like you mentioned, like some of the going for like the 64 to the GameCube, but then factoring in that's like, well, people like Game Boys as well. So it's like the company overall, it's like you're fine. And when you think about the Wii U, it's like, yeah, we had the 3DS as well, selling a lot of games, help keeping them afloat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nintendo is here to stay for now, so keep going, Nintendo.
Here to stay by Korn.
Yes.
It's a fucking sick song, dude. I don't want to hear anything about that.
Sorry, when I think of Korn, when someone says Korn, I just immediately think of or whatever. Oh wait, is that Disturbed?
I believe
I think that boom bapa boom baba like that whole part. That's what I think of because he sounds like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead to me. So I just picture Beavis doing that part. It's good shit.
It was at the Ninja Sex Party concert that we went to with Gene, they do a part where they play Freak on a Leash by Korn, and Ninja Brian holds open his pants and they throw ears of corn into his pants. Dude, and then at the end of the show, they sell them.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
And they had said that it was one of the interesting things. This is when they show up at the venue, and of course, each venue kind of has like gophers to like get stuff for you, and they're like, "We need like a bushel of corn. Like we need you to go to a supermarket and get some corn on the cob right now."
It's unhinged.
And they were selling out of it at every show. They weren't expecting it, but at every show, the merch booth would sell out of the pants corn.
So let me get this straight: they put corn down that guy's pants, and people buy it and eat it.
I don't know what they did with it after, but at the merch booth, you could procure the ear of corn that was in.
So
the
you
pants.
got like corn that his ball sack was rubbing against that people are buying.
I presume he was wearing underwear, but
yeah, but it's still close.
Yeah. It's close enough. I didn't buy one. It's close enough proximity that I did not want one.
All right.
But yeah.
Okay. Bunch of perverts.
What's going on at the NSP concert?
Yeah. Jeez. All right. Let's end the show with some write-ins from the audience. If you want to write into this show, I post a thread every Sunday on our Patreon calling for your submissions, so keep an eye out there. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. This is from Life Well Wasted. Greeting punchers, over the last few weeks, there have been many rumors and leaks of upcoming directs. Do you feel like these leaks and rumors drastically killed the hype for these announcements? P.S. Brad, please say my name correctly. Each time I get my question read, you butcher it. Your name? Your name's Life Well Rested. Am I reading that correctly, Micah? Or I said
No.
rested. I did read it wrong. Holy shit. There's something wrong with my brain. Well, guess what? I'm going to keep reading it wrong forever. So you got to deal with that shit. Life Well Wasted. I must keep saying rested. I don't know why my brain goes to that automatically.
Well, because when I saw that write-in, I said, I don't know how else Brad would have read it, but as soon as you said it, now I'm like, oh yeah, there it is.
I must have some weird tick in my brain that just reads that. I see something else when I look at it.
You know, common phrase. You think well, and your brain's going through well rested. You know, your brain's just filling in the gaps.
I'll prefer just to say you got a shitty name, so I'm going to read it wrong forever. How about that?
Bring out the olives was my favorite.
Bring out the olives is a great name.
That clip is fucking amazing.
Bring out the olives. All right, what do you think though about this, Micah? Do you think the rumors and leaks of upcoming directs kills the hype?
No, because honestly, we're just kind of been in this cycle for so long where it's like everybody wants to have their moment where they're like, hey guys, I heard there's a direct coming. It's the way it is now with social media. It just is what it is. So I'm still just as excited for the direct, whether or not random Twitter guy, Nebellion's back and he's like, there's a direct coming tomorrow. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'm still excited for it. You know, but is it maybe slightly less exciting? I honestly don't think so. I still don't know what you're going to show unless you leak the whole direct. That's quite disappointing. But just telling me, hey, a direct's coming next week, I'm like, all right, cool. I could plan for my podcast.
Yeah. And for me, it's kind of like, well, it's kind of the status quo for Nintendo to have a direct around this time. Like you can kind of predict when a lot of these companies are going to have a direct or like a state of play or the developer direct because they usually do it around the same time. So it's not really surprising to me. I don't like when the entire direct gets leaked. I think that's kind of annoying and ruins the excitement of it. But the leak of a direct itself coming out doesn't fucking bother me at all. I don't give a shit. So that's just me. But in terms of, let me see anything else he said, rumors and leaks of upcoming directs. Oh yeah, so if you're only talking about that, yeah, that doesn't bother me at fucking all. I don't care.
No, especially too, because some of it is anticipatory of like, oh, is there a big game coming out soon? They probably want to spotlight that a little bit. Maybe they want to spotlight that a couple weeks before it comes out and try and get more sales. Some of it's just like anticipatory anyways. And I don't know. I'm still hyped. Show me new games, Nintendo. I'm all aboard.
Absolutely. All right, this is from Informationist. Hi, Brad and Micah. I'm purchasing a Switch 2 console, and this will be my first Nintendo system ever. What game or games would you recommend considering I have the entire Switch 1 backlog catalog as well? I've never played Mario, but loved Astrobot, so I'm thinking that's where I'll start. But any and all game recommendations are welcome. Cheers from South Carolina. Interesting. First Nintendo console. Well, I think you're on the right track here because you love Astrobot, and you're going to go with Mario. Astrobot is extremely inspired by Mario, so I think you'll have a great time. In terms of Mario games, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, you can see that DNA all over in Astrobot, so those are great ones to start with. Odyssey, super fun as well. So if you want those 3D ones like Astrobot, those are two great Mario games. But Micah, what Switch and Switch 2 games do you want to recommend? Informationist here.
Yeah, I would definitely say the Link's Awakening Switch version is really charming, and I enjoyed that a lot. And there are just there are guides that are quite robust yet vague enough that, like, if you get stuck, like on a long trading sequence, for example, it'll give you hints without like spoiling things. So I just appreciate playing older games like that, partly because when the guides are just like, they're all here and I'm not waiting for someone else to like help me out, it's just quite nice. So like Link's Awakening, fantastic. I don't know, actually, you didn't give us too much info on what games you like. But Xenoblade, the first one, is really, really good. I liked the second one, but the first one's definitely my favorite so far. And it's interesting. The story is incredible. The battle system is unique. The world is huge to explore. There's just a ton of content. I would highly recommend checking that out if it looks interesting to you.
Yeah. So I said both those Mario games, Galaxy 1 and 2, which is one package, or you can buy them separately, and Odyssey. I will say Breath of the Wild as well, just because that's like a huge landmark Switch game. I'd buy the Switch 2 version, though, if you can. It's a better version. And there's Tears of the Kingdom as well, but play Breath of the Wild first for the context and all that kind of stuff. Because Tears of the Kingdom is a sequel, kind of loose in a lot of ways, but it is a sequel. So maybe start off with those games that we gave you, because you got 3 Mario games, 2 Zelda games, because you said Link's Awakening as well. And what was the other one you just said? I forgot.
Oh, Xenoblade.
Xenoblade. Yeah, if you want like a Japanese role-playing game. There you go.
And also, I mean, Nintendo Switch Online, genuinely a really good value. The amount of games in there, staggering. And like, I've been having so much fun with the Game Boy Advance and GameCube titles. Like, there's just a ton in there for what I'm someone who does not sign up for subscriptions willy-nilly. I feel like it's a really good value, and I've definitely gotten my money's worth out of it. So that would be something that I'd say if you want to kind of sample a bunch of different things or just not commit to a bunch of full price games at once, that's another option to get a lot of content.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you are brand new to Nintendo's ecosystem, I don't know if you've played other games through like friends or stuff like that before. What I would do if I was you is I would just look at like the top rated games on Switch and Switch 2, GameCube, and look at those and just be like, okay, I want to play these because the top rated games for a reason. They're classics. I know they're not like the most interesting picks, they're not deep cuts or anything like that, but they're incredible games and highly rated for a reason. So that'd be my advice as well. And you can just see a list, see what looks interesting to you. Genesequia wrote in and said, greetings, punchers. What's our hype level for Mario Tennis Fever? I know Micah doesn't have anyone play this with since Colin graduated. However, do y'all see yourselves getting this day one or skipping entirely? Personally, I would have preferred if they made a baseball, basketball, or hockey sports title since we just got Mario Tennis Aces on Switch. We better not get a golf game after Fever, LOL. Nevertheless, Nintendo's got me by the balls, so I'll be there day one. No, I won't be buying this. I don't care about Mario Tennis. It's funny. The only Mario sports game I care about is golf, which you don't want, but I want Mario Golf. I need a great Mario Golf game. They got to make it amazing. So other than that, I don't really care about Mario sports games that much. What about you though, Micah?
Yeah, honestly, I would be more happy with golf because I feel like a golf game is more fun for me, single player. Like I don't know why. Well, actually, no, I know why. Well, that and the golf just like typically is. It's a single player game usually, It's like it's Tiger Woods versus everybody else that's out there. And like tennis, it's like doubles. I don't want to be playing with the computers. I don't want to. So it's like a golf game I see as like, yeah, I'd play that by myself and not feel weird about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I played Golf Story somewhat recently. I didn't finish it. I hated the disc golf section. I couldn't do it, but I liked it, and I love Kirby's Dream Course. Oh God, I love Kirby's Dream Course. So would I love to see them do like hockey or something? Absolutely.
Sure.
I feel like though they're just doing the popular stuff right now, just like guaranteed, and it's tennis and golf, and there's soccer feels like they should do that again too, but I don't know. I don't fucking know what they're doing.
Don't know. NM wrote and said, "Good morning, Krusty Crew. In honor of our patron saint, Review Bra, can we get some fast food item reviews on the show? Brad's Easy A food reviews were one of my favorite parts of the channel, and I love to see them come back here. Suits optional, but appreciated. Thank you for the laughs every Wednesday. Appreciate you both." All right, Micah, should we start doing food reviews?
I mean, I can do some healthy food reviews. I don't know if you've seen that in the fitness Discord. Whenever I buy like a protein bar or protein powder, like sample pack, I rate the flavors because I do that for myself. I keep notes on each flavor and what I like, what I didn't like, and I give it a rating out of 10. And then I was like, oh, I might as well just post it in the Discord if anyone else is interested. But I don't really get much fast food, and if I am getting fast food, I'm getting something I've had before, typically, you know? Yeah.
Here, Micah, I can link you my review. So we all did food reviews. I think this was during COVID. And I did Del Taco. I'm looking at the YouTube timestamp. And whoever labeled this just labeled it as Del Taco, baby. So I was like, hell yeah. I don't know who. This must have been like Dawn or Isla. That's really funny. Hold on. Let me share this with you.
I'm all about that. Back in the day on my YouTube channel, I used to do Japan Crate taste tests.
Oh, yeah.
Where I would just try all the different little snacks. I also used to do the Oreo reviews of all the new Oreos that would come out. But yeah, I enjoyed doing those for a time. But these days, honestly, I eat kind of boring now. Unless I'm trying some new protein bars, I can fill you in on all my favorite flavors.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm not trying much that's fun.
Have you tried Dave's protein bar? It's like the gold packaging ones.
Oh, David Bar. I haven't.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, David.
I want to because they're so pretty, but I go for vegan protein just because of the lactose. So because like I can have dairy, but I gotta limit it.
Yeah.
So
of course.
If I'm going for a protein bar, it's something I want to eat like frequently. So my favorite is the Nugo brand. They have the Nugo Slim bars that I really like. I also like Aloha bars. That's more of a heavier snack. Those I really like them. They're high in fiber, very low sugar. I like those a lot. They have a cookie dough one that's like really good.
Gotcha. Yeah, these bars I got because the macros are pretty good, or at least the amount of protein you get. You get 28 grams of protein for 150 calories. So I was like, oh shit, I'll eat that. I had the chocolate chip one, which is pretty good. I had the cinnamon roll one, which was okay. And I had the peanut butter one, which I didn't like as much. So the chocolate chip cookie dough is where it's at for me right now. But there's still more flavors I haven't had. Cake batter, I'm not messing with that shit. Nah.
No, you're not a cake batter fan?
I mean, it's okay, but for like, if I have cake batter stuff, I want an actual cake. Blueberry pie?
I hear you on that.
Blueberry pie? Maybe. I like blueberries. Maybe that. Fudge brownie? Could be okay. Red velvet? That's a hard pass. What was this? Salted... What is this? Salted peanut butter flavored bar. That sounds pretty good to me.
That's the thing. I'm a peanut butter fan, like hardcore. So I'm always surprised when I buy like a peanut butter something and I don't like it. I'm like, oh, how'd you fuck up peanut butter? Yeah. It's great.
I like salted.
What'd you do?
Salted like candy. I think that's good. Like salted chocolate.
Oh, dude.
Sea salt
salted
or whatever.
Caramel. That's like my favorite.
It's fucking dank, dude. Okay. Risen has wrote in and said, hey guys, I was curious if you had any plans for more guests on the show. I'm sure you've got your own idea, but it'd be cool to see more collabs with other Nintendo creators. Kit and Krista or Josie from Spawncast come to mind as perhaps interesting ideas. Cheers. I am not against having a guest on here occasionally. I just don't know many of who I know Nintendo people. We've had a few guests on the show in the past. We had Rogers Bass and we had Phillies Beats You on here. So we've had a couple, but I just want to make sure whoever we have on a guest on the show will gel well with me and Micah because we're fucking weird. So we got to make sure they can hang with the punches. I don't want someone to come on here and be like weirded out by us. So I don't know, but I'm not opposed to it. We just got to have the right person. I've been trying to get Locke on here. And I was like, Locke, you're the new host of Punching Up. You're my co-host now. That's your new job. But Locke doesn't play like anything Nintendo at all and makes fun of Nintendo. So he could be a funny voice to have on here. But I would like to have him on as a guest at least occasionally. I would like Dustin to be on here more if we can get him on here. Stuff like that. More people from the show or from the network as well would be good. But yeah, I'm not opposed to guests. Just got to find the right one who I think will be fit well with us. But I don't know. Like, I know who Kit and Krista are, but I don't really know anything about them. I know they worked at Nintendo before. And Josie from Swancast, I just don't know anything about them. So
no, dude, like Colin had asked me, it's very important and probably very obvious that like I've never actually worked in the games industry professionally. Okay, it's very important to note that. And so Colin had asked me at one point, like, do you have any ideas for like someone who could be a guest? And I was like, I don't know anyone except you guys.
yeah,
I don't know anybody. Like,
yeah.
I was like, I work here. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have a net. I could get like one of my old friends who plays Nintendo games, but like there's just a person. That's just a guy.
Yeah, just some guy.
You guys just pulled me off the street. All right.
Yeah, true. We were all pulled off the street at one point, so you gotta start somewhere. But yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Just gotta find the right guest, the right time, all that kind of stuff. Stars will align. But I would like to have more guests on with us, even if it's just LSM people in the future.
Oh, so yeah, I want to get more of their takes.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be great to get Hogue on for an episode, but I know like he's busy with his day job lawyering.
Yeah.
So he's not the easiest guy to get depending on the day of the week.
I for sure want him on around Tomodachi Life because I know he'll be playing that.
Yeah. And his kids are excited for that too, he had mentioned. And I'm sure his wife as well. She's also quite the gamer. I've talked with her a lot about Supermarket Simulator, which she loves. Yeah. So it's like, I'll be very excited to hear what Hogue House thinks about it.
And we'd like to have Gene guest on in the show again in the future whenever he's available or wants to do it.
Did we give an update on Gene?
Wait, what'd you say?
Like, did we give an update on Gene at the top of the show that he's okay?
No, we didn't. No. Gene's fine. Yeah, he's out of surgery now. He's recovering. So I assume everything went good. So hell yeah to our boy recovering. Send him your love. But no, I totally forgot about that, Micah. Because I saw it like a few days ago. I was like, oh, nice. And I just
you know what it
is?
That's the thing. It's like the relief I felt to hear from Gene afterwards was just like, oh, fantastic. Yeah. And it's like, and I've sent him, a little text here and there. But yeah, I totally didn't think about it for the show. In case anyone isn't on social media and didn't see Gene's updates, the surgery went well. He's recovering well, and he appreciates all your well wishes.
Yep, there you go.
Well.
Well. Have you seen like the meme of that? And it's just like literally 3 wells. You get water from next to each other.
I seen the one where it's 3 whales.
That one's funny.
Whale.
All right. Final writing here is from Smegaman. Hey, Puncher and Punchette. I'm writing in this week concerning the audience of Punching Pee-Pee as a whole.
That's what he wrote.
Punching Pee-Pee as a whole. I noticed a lot of write-ins. People say that they're not really fans of Nintendo. They just like Brad and Micah and Gene and enjoy the content. I am one of these people, only really caring about Metroid and the Nintendo fandom. Why is this? As always, I'm curious about your thoughts. I'll morph into a ball and listen. I mean, I don't know why you guys listen to us. I have no idea. What do you think, Micah?
Oh, I mean, I think we offer a quite fun little place to hang out every week.
Yeah.
Because it's like, so there's enough third-party crossover with Nintendo that you can justify listening because I'll be like, I'll play this random game on Switch and you're playing it on the better platform and I'm playing the dog shit version, but I like it. But it's like there's plenty of people who have kind of moved on from Nintendo hardware because they have higher expectations of performance. And the first party items maybe aren't enough of a draw for them anymore, but they still want to tune in and see what's happening.
Sure.
Perhaps.
Yeah, it's like, you're watching from over the fence. You're not necessarily buying a ticket into the game, like the baseball game, but you can like peek over the fence every now and then, see what's going on.
You're the only one tall enough to do that.
Yeah, it's true. It is nice.
Brad standing at the edge of like Fenway Park, just like looking over.
Peeking over, yeah. Not bad. But yeah,
something absurd, like you're at like Wrigley Field or something, like looking over the wall.
We talk about third-party stuff too, from other companies occasionally. I try to keep it mostly in the realm of Nintendo, but sometimes the news is, I think, big enough to talk about on the show. So I don't know. You guys just want to hear what me and Micah got to say, or you like hearing our dumb ramblings and stories, like the review bra love and all that kind of shit. I don't know, but we appreciate it
too. Like, I mean, we obviously love JRPGs, and those are typically available across multiple platforms. So it's like if you want to hear about Dragon Quest and things that are available clearly on PlayStation as well, but you know, you can still hear about them here too. The Octopath Travelers and all that nonsense, you know, it's here and you can play it on your better, more powerful PS5.
But you can't, it's not as portable. That's the advantage of Switch.
It's not. Oh, dude, no. I mean, I am not someone, clearly, I'm not the hardware snob. I'm not the frame racist, okay? I fucking love the Switch experience. Colin walked up to the TV when I was playing Harvestella and said it looks like ass, but I was like, I can't fucking see it, dude. I think it looks great. Yeah. Because I was like, I think it looks awesome. But he's like, this game looks like ass. So I don't know. I thought it looked perfectly fine.
There you go. Well, regardless of your reason for listening, we greatly appreciate it. We're glad you hang out with us.
Thank you.
Time is limited, so yeah, you spending time with us is very nice and flattering. So thanks, everybody. But yeah, me and Micah will be here every week talking to you about Nintendo news or some other random shit, whatever's on our mind. Working out routines, all that good stuff. Protein powders, whatever you want to hear. We're here for you. But Micah, we're done with this week. Thank you for joining me. As always, we'll see if we get that Nintendo Direct rumor coming next. Or it's supposed to be soon, or who knows when it's going to come. Sometime in February, we'll get one. So that'll be fun. The rumor is a partner direct, by the way, too. So not like a first party one only, but I'm sure there'll be first party stuff there as well. So there you go. Before we go, though, Micah, any final thoughts you want to share with the listeners?
If I may, there's this really funny Amazon review for a protein powder I was looking at, and I just want to share it. The review says, gas, gas, gas. It doesn't taste horrible. It just upsets my stomach. I made my shake in the morning. I was dropping bombs all day long. Horrible. Absolute relentless gas all day and night. If I didn't crack the window before going to sleep, I probably wouldn't have woken up the next day.
Damn. Holy shit.
Bro, I read that to Colin like 2 nights ago and I was like laughing so hard I could barely get through it. So, like, thank God for that, man, that I didn't buy that protein powder because I'm not trying to die. Yeah.
All right. And on that note about protein powder giving this guy gas, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys all next week. Take care and goodbye. Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is a product of Last Stand Media and Colin's Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Bradley Ellis. My co-hosts are Gene Park and Micah Moriarty. The show is edited and produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Narvaez. Punching Up, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we're grateful for your kind contributions and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.